Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. It's really great to see this crowd grow little by little each year. And thank you, Princess, for that great introduction, and for NEA hosting this event. Jill Christensen, you really have been wonderful. Your whole team has been great, and we're grateful to the NEA for hosting this year. I also really want to thank ILRF staff and board members and our wonderful event committee. Congressman George Miller spearheaded that, and you all have been so helpful. I'd like to ask you all to either stand up or put your hand up. Cam, and I'm looking around at staff. I know I said I'd embarrass you. But the real reason for board and staff to put their hands up is it is a fundraiser, and you know, if anybody feels so moved, come on, Lance Compa, you can put your hand up over there. You can talk to any of these folks. Yvette Pena, I can't see folks from up here, but I'm glad you're all here. Kim Bobo's there, Dan Smith, thank you. Thank you all for being here. We're really excited about tonight. We're really excited about who's in the room. We have some of the leading advocates for global labor justice in this room. And we were so excited. Not only do we have Congressman Miller back in town for tonight, we have Senator Harkin. Is he still standing around back there? Yes. Let's hear it. So, Congressman Miller and Senator Harkin and Congresswoman Schakowsky, who I think might still be voting, are all former recipients of the ILRF Labor Rights Defenders Award. So we're really excited that they all wanted to be a part of this again and continue with the tradition, well, the beginning of a tradition, really. So we've got these leading labor rights advocates in the room. And it's just so exciting to pull it together. I was a kid in Mexico when NAFTA was getting passed and trying to fight for some kind of transparency around that. So Senator Brown's here tonight, and he's leading this. You know, your work to demand transparency around the TPP is just so important for the work that ILRF does, because for ILRF, we have a history of fighting for workers' voices to be heard in trade policy, global supply chain policies, and industry reforms. We have two of the bravest grassroots organizing groups, FLOC from the US and TWAWM from Malawi. These guys are fighting to have tobacco workers' voices heard and reform the tobacco industry. We spent today talking about how to connect them to the global tobacco industry and to drive reforms to stop child labor and to stop labor rights abuses across the board and enable them to have a fair seat at the table and negotiate for their rights. I can't even tell you, I'm so excited for this next speaker. It's my great honor to welcome back Congressman George Miller to introduce our first awardee of the night. Thank you so much for coming.